day in the morning. Good day in the morning. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um, the energy was kind of heavy, but it's like a quiet stillness. It feels like it feels calculated. It feels like everything is quiet because something is sneaky in the background. All right, but something in the back, something's happening in the background. In the stillness, it's like it's calculated. Like you might feel like you're being watched, or I just heard monitoring spirits. Okay, monitoring spirits. Um, Folks is sitting back, seeing what you're gonna do next, waiting to pounce on and turn down something that you about to implement or do or whatever it is, create. Yeah. So that's what I feel. But Spirit wants you to know that as long as you stay in alignment, and I know I keep saying this, but stay in alignment, all right? Might be a whole lot of illusions, trying to creep up things with this transit that just happened. Things might be trying to creep up from the past. You know, stay focused, all right? Keep doing a little bit every day, all right? Just keep doing a little bit every day. Pull out your tools. If you got to go back to the basics where you have to take your spiritual bath, you still should be taking your spiritual baths, by the way. But still keep doing your, if you have to amp up your spiritual baths or your meditations or your walks in nature at this time, pull out your spiritual bag and do your work, okay? All right. So, because it feel like it's trying to, gnaw at your, some old things that you've already healed from. It's trying to, like, resurface old wounds, all right? All right. So, Spirit, cover your ears, guys. Is there anything you want to share? Um, any charms you want to share in this bowl at this time? Is there any charms in this bowl you want to share? Commitment. So I just heard your commitment being tested, or something. Yeah, I heard commitment being tested, but you got a shell in the world. Okay. Anything else? And a balloon. One more. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So we got a ring, we got a shell, we got a world. That could be universe. We got a balloon. All right. And a bull. Something about commitment. Let me see what this shell is first before I say this. Okay. Okay. So this shell means protection, resilience, transformation. All right. So, okay, thank you, Spirit. So, okay, so whatever it is that you're creating, um, rather, whether it be something you're trying to build in the world, or just even recreating yourself, your life, whatever it is that you're doing. All right. See how we know that in a shell like this, you'll find a pearl in there, right? So while the pearl is you know, I guess being made, it has a shell around it. And so, you have to pry the shell open. But while it's in there, it's protected. Okay? So stay committed to the thing that you're creating. It is protected. All right? Um, with this world, something about a global mass ascension is happening. All right? That bull, it's something about money or materials. Because Taurus is about finances. Right? It says the power of divine embodiment. Something is grounded. Materials, so it represents grounded strength. Okay, so maybe we're all going through a massive awakening. All right. Um. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit talking about. All right. Today is what Self-Esteem Monday. Also, I did a reading last night. I did the shuffle. I was shuffling every so often. I had to shuffle my card. I shuffle all my cards just to keep my energy on it. I did do a brief reading. I made I uploaded it, but it's not public yet. But we'll see how I feel. But right now, Spirit, what is this? What is this? What is it you need us to know about this energy? So, the thing that you're committed to, it's being protected as we go through this massive awakening. All right, as something about everything is changing. Focus. Okay, remember when I said focus on? That's what Spirit wants you to do. Focus on what you're building. All right. Um, what is this energy, Spirit? Focus. Staying committed to the focus on your commitment. Okay. We got transmute, protection, and spiritual cleansing. Gratitude. Okay. Wow. That card want to come out too. Okay. So staying focused on the thing that you are creating or the life that you're building. All right. That keeps you protected. All right. All right. This spiritual cleansing, you might need to do a spiritual cleansing, but also, or we're going through. Okay, you might need to do a spiritual cleansing, but with this balloon right there, we're going through a massive awakening, and in order to ascend from this energy, you know, you know, basically do your tools. Pull out your tools, because remember I said something about go back to the basics. So if you need to do extra spiritual bath or something like that, but also one of your tools is gratitude, patience, and you know, the signs and symbols. That's your GPS. All right. So if you stay um, stay in gratitude for all parts of it, you know. So when something you feel like you're under attack, the easiest way to counter that energy is to be grateful for the things that you have. And if you want to go a step further, you could be grateful for having those feelings, because it within it, it's trying to show you something that maybe needs to be addressed, all right, within yourself, all right. But focus on the thing that you're trying to build. You need focused energy, all right, on the thing that you're building, so you can transmit that energy, all right, the energy that's because like I say, we all going through an awakening. So it's stuff is, um, like when the ground is shaking, stuff is coming up. When you're, as you're healing, as you're dispelling, like, or redefining yourself in the world, all right, everything is shaking up, all right. And so make sure you focus on that thing that's inside what you're building, all right, and transmit. So it helps transmit that energy. You are protected, all right. And like I say, you might need to do a little spiritual cleansing, all right. Clean your space, clean your body, take a spiritual bath, all right. You can do a spiritual cleansing of, cleaning your phone out, cleaning your diet, you know what I'm saying, all right. um, your temple, period. And then staying connected to gratitude, all right. All right, and then we got time on the bottom of the deck. So something about doing, that's what you should be focused on at this time. All right, Spirit, thank you. Thank you. All right. Something, yeah, because it's Taurus, so that's material. Uh, this is happening in the realms of material. Uh, the physical world. Yeah. Yeah, the physical world is in some type of, going through some type of reset. All right. All right. What is this? All right. It says happiness is simple. Charge ahead on the bottom of the deck. It says happiness is simple. Finding joy in the little small wonders, for they build the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. All right. So remember, I said you focusing on the little pearl that's inside your shell. All right. All right. All right. I saw this saving. That's your saving grace. Is to focus on the thing that you're trying to build. Take your mind off of the stuff that's happening around you. Direct your energy inward to the thing that you are building. All right. The world or the life that you want to live, or the business that you want to create, whatever it is that sets your soul on fire, that's what you should be focusing on. Like the pearl inside the shell. All right. All right. I'll take one more, Spirit. Can you take one? All right. It says fast progress and be fully immersed. Take precautions. So being fully immersed, you see how, and again, I keep going back to the shell. The shell is closed with the pearl inside, right? So they want you to get fully immersed in the thing that you're building. All right. What is this? Take precaution. Remain vigilant and receptive. Learning from each revelation as you navigate life's journey. All right. That's so your precaution is taking heed to the messages that you're receiving at this time. You know I'm up here giving a message, but spirit is, if you are maintaining and tapping into your own wisdom, your spirit team is giving you messages, all right? So you'll know when to take precaution. And that fully immersed is like being committed to it. You got to stay committed, all right? This will help you have fast progress, all right? It says move forward with a swift precision and do what needs to be done, all right? So, yeah. Is there anything else, Spirit? Cloud of unknowing behind the veil on the bottom of the deck. Cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Again, that's the pearl. All right. Trust that what you've seen for your life, all right, is possible. It's tangible. All right. And behind the veil, it says, welcome the uncertainty and the opportunity for growth. And be okay without knowing. So you don't have to know everything. So we don't know how the pearl is formed. You know what I'm saying? Just know that you want the pearl. Just focus your willpower on the pearl, but don't be worried about how it's developed, all right? Don't worry. Let the universe, let the world take care of that. Let the spirits take care of that. All right. The universe takes care of that. All right. All you need to do is focus on the fact that you know, put your energy and your intention to creating that pearl. All right. All right. That was at the bottom of the deck. All right. So that is the message. All right. And I think this message is coming about because when I opened up, I said, you know, it's some heavy energy. All right. And some stuff trying to creep up from the past. All right. And so I think we just had an earthquake in Hawaii. So look at it like that. You know, and you know, I think, you know, earthquakes happen. Don't quote me, but I think earthquakes happen when the tectonic plates are shifting. All right, there's a change going on. All right, and the earth is trying to balance out. You know, let's say it's weight. All right, you know, and so when the tectonic plates start shifting, the cracks and stuff are, you know, things are opening up, right? And so stuff that's been trapped is coming up. So apply that to yourself as your perception of what is and what you see for your future. All right. As that begins to build, you know, and you make moves to go after that, then there has to be a shift in behavior. There's a shift in, you know, how you're living. Just, you know what I'm saying? There's a shift within you. And so spaces are opening up so you can be able to receive, right? So, but in order to receive, when that space open up, there's old stuff that's in there and it needs to come out. So that's that heavy energy that might be creeping up in your life. And sometimes it can play out on a world scale. Sometimes it can play out in your life through people that you know, through situations that you're currently involved with. All right. So, you know, how you know, focus on the thing you're trying to create. Continue to do that. That's going to transmit that energy. And you are protected. You might need to do a little spiritual cleansing. All right. And stay connected to your gratitude at this time. All right. All right. So, I'm going to do self-esteem card. All right. You know, I'm feeling like, you know, being tapped in and having your being connected to your intuition doesn't mean you know everything. All right, spirit will show you what you need to know. You know, it's like a need to know basis. All right, you don't have to know every little thing that's gonna happen in your life. You got to go with it, because if being in the moment, your decisions in the moment is what creates your future. All right, you can sabotage your future uh, by projecting too far ahead sometimes, because again, your future is based on where you are and the steps that you're taking right now. All right, all right. So you stay focused on the thing that you're building. All right, in the moment of right now, what can I do right now? All right, that's what's gonna protect your future. What can I do right now to in this moment? What's required of me right now in order to manifest this new beginning, or continue manifesting my new beginning? All right, all right, all right, Spirit. Is there anything you want to share with us in this self-esteem stack? What is something we can do to assist ourselves during this time? Oh, I saw that. Put your boundaries up. All right. Wow. We've had this. It says "I'd rather not" on the bottom of the deck. So, and these, I believe. Now y'all see all these cards. I believe I did a reading about a month ago. These exact two cards. If I'm not mistaken, it's these exact two cards. All right. And it says, "Put your boundaries up. I wear not." And look, that's significant too. It says "we're good" right behind it, right? So there's, all right. There's an energy that wants you to think that it's all good. And it says his messages. What's behind that? His messages. All right, so there's an energy, and it don't have to be necessarily be a guy, you know, but somebody's messages. All right, they want you to feel like it's all good. All right, but I don't know. Either you need to put your boundaries up. This could be playing two different ways. You need to put your boundaries up against some energy that's trying to come back around. And I'm saying it could just be a memory, all right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of memories, all right? You need to put your boundaries up against that, okay? All right. But boundaries. 89, self-esteem boundaries. Self-esteem and boundaries. Do 30 to 60 minutes or as often as needed. What you would need is a paper, writing utensil, or paper and writing utensil. It says, when listening to a loved one, observe when something they say or do. Observe when something they say or do causes you to experience an uncomfortable emotion. Determine what kind of boundary is needed, if any. Okay. And it says time related, physical or emotional, intellectual, financial. All right. It says once you determine the boundary you need, verbalize this to your loved one. All right. Tip: if you struggle to communicate a boundary during a conversation, journal about the experience and write a statement of how you would implement the boundary in the future conversation. All right. So you need some boundaries up at this time. Practice good boundaries. Look at this. I'm gonna take this. It says I'd rather not. Spirit is really talking about having boundaries at this time. I'm gonna ask why. What's my time? 25. This might go about 8 minutes longer, cause I want to see why Spirit is saying have these boundaries. But here we go. Paper, writing utensil. Jot down some boundaries that are important to you. Leaving space after each. They might be physical,